Ryan, we're live.
I know. I know we're live. I just I was just letting people kind of click on here for a second, and yeah, it's all good. I don't need any music intro today. This is
All right,
this
let's
is
do it.
perfect enough. Yeah, we're good. So joining us today, newest Illini commit for the class of 2026. This is a special episode of Keep It Orange and Blue. Initially, you were going to jump on last night, but we
Yeah.
make exceptions for amazing human beings and people like you, Michael. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to be on.
Hey, I think the question that a lot of us have, like, what about Illinois? Why Illinois, and why now?
Definitely just the amount of love that they've shown me ever since they offered me.
Uh-huh.
With the head coach Belima, and then Coach Art, just the mix between them, just the love that they've showed me. Coach Lunny, the OC, just the consistency and the persistence of just trying to get me back up there time after time and just showing me that I'm the number one guy that they want. Definitely that. The momentum that they've had this
Mhm.
season, the improvement that they've shown, the type of offense that they run, I feel like it all comes together and it all makes a very attractive spot for me.
So how many games have you got to watch? If not, do you watch the film or do you watch do you tape the games or DVR them or whatever and watch them, the Illini
Yeah,
games?
so I remember watching the Michigan game. I remember they had those throwback jerseys, which were really cool.
Yep.
And that was a big time win for them. And then obviously, yeah, I watched the highlights for sure of the games, and I feel like they're playing really well.
Speaking of
What
playing
about?
well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Michael, how's your? I assume your season's going on. How's it going? How are you doing? How's the prospects look for you and your high school team?
Oh, it's going good. We're 8-1.
Okay.
Obviously, the one loss being a game that I couldn't play in, but I feel like we're winning
Obviously,
games. Yeah, I feel like we're winning games, which is good, and we have our first round of the playoffs this week. I'm really excited.
Who do you got this week?
Creekside from Jacksonville.
All right, right on.
so
Yeah.
for where are you at? Actually, where are you? So where are you located in Florida? So I have a brother that lives near it's Winter Park, a little outside Orlando.
Yeah.
So where are you located in the Florida prospects here for anybody who doesn't know?
I live in Central Florida area, probably like 20 to 25 minutes from Winter Park.
Okay.
I live in Lake Mary, and then obviously I go to Seminole, which is in Sanford, which is a little outside of Orlando. So
What do you
No,
make of the Illini's efforts in Florida? And they've done a great job recruiting Florida for years now. And you're going to have, they've already got tons of 2025 commits from Florida. I'm sure you've probably talked to some of them or know some of them. But what is it? Why is it that you think that Illinois' pitch, has been definitely well received from Florida players and the likes of you?
I feel like just it being such a attractive spot in the sense of who's came through there. I feel like obviously when you have guys who've been through there that are from Florida, obviously it sounds like a comfortable place. Like it feels safer because people from Florida have been up there and have done it. So with that, and then just being able to the cold aspect, if you have dreams and aspirations to go to the NFL, you gotta play in the cold. So I feel like cold was never really part of my decision. I feel like you got to play in it eventually. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel
Lamar
like
Jackson's not getting any breaks playing in Baltimore, even being a Florida
yeah,
kid, right? He's still got to go
yeah,
out there and figure that out.
yeah.
Um, Now, what I've watched your film. I've read up on you. Obviously, very excited about you coming on board. But the folks who are listening, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like what type of quarterback you are, like what your strengths are, and then maybe some things that you feel you need to work on at the next level.
Definitely a pass first quarterback, very accurate. Very very good at staying in the pocket. When I need to scramble, I can scramble. I feel like another one of my strengths is I feel like the game is really slowed down for me. I feel like being able to get out of the pocket though when pressure comes, I feel like I'm really good at that. I feel like I'm very creative when I do get outside the pocket. And I feel like yeah, overall, I feel like the game is really slowed down for me. So I feel like that's a big part of my game.
When these recruiting services, some have you as a 3-star, some has you as a 4-star. We're going to just call you a 4-star because
Yeah,
if you're anywhere, in my opinion, between 150 and 400, that's elite company to me of all the football players across the United States. So all these people putting you, oh, you're a 3-star because this recruiting service says you're a 3-star. I'm sure you don't believe in that. I think your offers, your game speak for itself. When you're MVPing, being the top quarterback in rivals camps, I think that says enough about you as well. But when you not necessarily compare your game to a quarterback, is there one that you look at, or aspire to be like that guy? I feel like I play like that guy.
yeah. CJ Stroud. I feel like the things that he's done in college, and then even in the pros, I feel like our games are very similar. And I love the stuff that he does off the field, Christ related, which is really big in my family.
Oh
Amen.
yeah.
Amen, brother. It's one of the things I really truly admire about Stroud is his ability to stand on his faith, right? And that Ryan and I share that same sentiment, and so that's pretty cool. One of the things, like you say that is when I'm watching your film, one of the like you have an incredible release for a junior in high school. Okay, like let's be real here. That's something that a lot of guys typically have to work on because normally there's a wind up. And it's just how much work have you put into that release? Because it looks quick to me.
I feel like it's pretty natural for me.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people have always told me that growing up, and I feel like I've really just had that since I was younger. Obviously, it's quickened during the time of me growing up, but I feel like that's something that's just been a part of me since I was younger. So you can say that it's God given for sure.
Amen.
Now, on the staff, obviously Barry Lunny's offensive coordinator. Any coaches, that you've really got to feel you've got a great connection and click with really well because the staff love you, obviously. But I'm sure I know there's some Florida coaches from Central Florida as well on the staff. But anyone in particular that you've really got a great relationship with?
I feel like the person that I would say I'm closest with would have to be the quarterback coach, Art Satowski.
Oh yeah.
I feel like him being a young coach and then him being the one who recruits me the most amount, I feel like I've gotten really close to him, closer than any other college coach. I feel like we've had talks outside of football that are big for me. Going through my injury this season when I missed out on a couple games, he was always there for me. So it just shows how true and genuine kind of a person he is. And that was big for me.
Yeah, Arter, I'm sure but Arter was a highly touted prospect out of high school from the East Coast, and he went to Rutgers, and things didn't work out for him well there. He got chances to start, and then he came to Illinois and got his chances to start when other quarterbacks were injured and had a couple big wins for Illinois, and then he got offered the spot to coach on Illinois, and only thing I've heard is great things about the type of human being he is.
Man.
So I think me and Kev are going to tip our cap to Mr. Arter Sitkowski for how he's mentored you, it sounds like. So, definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you have any dealings with Coach Henry?
The defensive coordinator?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've talked to him sometimes when I get up there. We haven't talked a lot, but it's just
he's from
Kissimmee,
things. I believe. Kissimmee. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him a lot, but when I have, it was all positivity.
Yeah.
Obviously trying to get me to commit.
Well, I ask on a personal basis. I've known Aaron since he was like 19 years old, and I consider him a friend. I actually texted him today because I really appreciated what he said in the press conference yesterday about veterans having to be a veteran myself. I've got two quick questions for you, and then I'll probably leave you with just one little piece of advice before we cut. Number one, did Illinois and being a top 10 public university contribute to your decision to choose there? And do you play any other sports, or have you played any other sports? And or was football always your first love?
Football's been my first love. I feel like that did contribute a little bit. But yeah, football has always been my first love. I kind of detoured into basketball for a while, and then I got right back on track. I'd say eighth grade. And I knew that I wanted to play football for the rest
No,
of
no
my
baseball.
no, never baseball. It was
Okay.
just always football and basketball.
You just always think about quarterbacks and throwing, and it can be somewhat similar. But all right, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Now, your piece of advice, Kev, before I've got one or two more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so it's I share the story a lot. I have a friend of mine. He played at Illinois. He was a 5-star recruit. Played high school football with another guy who ended up playing football at Notre Dame. He ended up playing in the NFL for the. He played for the Rams. He played for the Chargers. The guy got to block for LaDainian Tomlinson and Marshall Faulk. He was a linebacker at Notre Dame and then played fullback. And I'll never forget sitting down with both those guys, and their stories kept harkening back to high school. And I asked the guys, I was like, why you talk, you guys both have college experience at the D1 level. Joey played in the NFL. You guys keep talking about high school football. I said, why? And they have said that high school football was the most fun time they ever had playing football. They both loved the game thoroughly, but it's just a little bit different. It becomes more business-like each step of the way, and the true fun is in high school. So my advice to you is, you've got somewhere between, I don't know, 12 to 15 games left in your high school career. Just take the time and live in the moment and enjoy yourself with what you're doing in high school, and just enjoy it as best you can and stay healthy.
Thank you. Yeah, I've actually one of our coaches talked about that today, because really just the more you go up, it turns into more like a job. So yeah, just being able to play free.
Yeah,
I definitely got to cherish that.
Benjamins are always nice, but sometimes just the love of the game is just pure,
Yeah.
And I can tell you too, just speaking from being an old man now, because I'm twice your age, but Kev's got you by almost 3, but we won't go there.
Yeah,
He's really not that old though. But it's just time flies, man. Because I remember 16, 17 years ago, I was your age, and now I'm in my mid 30s, and it just goes by. So I agree 100% with him. Just savor these last 18 months that you get to be a kid still. And and the fact you're not just a kid, you're a big man on campus probably too. You're everybody's like, hey, that's Michael, prom king, right? Everybody's gonna want to be you, so just obviously you'll be looked up to a lot too. So
Sure.
And you seem to have a level head. Now are you going to be, obviously, because I feel like you're an all-in type of guy about the family, you're going to be starting your helping recruit 2026 mission here soon?
Oh yeah, I mean, actually, starting yesterday, I actually been reaching out to kids who are already interested in Illinois, and then other kids that I know that wanted to play with me in college. So we've been trying to get them in contact with the coaches, and I feel like I'm gonna build a special class.
There's a kid named Kenyon Alston. I'm sure you
Oh
know.
yeah,
I'm already nudging him as well. I'm like, hey man, did you see? We got looks like they got their quarterback. He's just like, I know he's got other offers and stuff, but and then there's a local kid, 4-star kid, tight end, J.C. Anderson. That's the name.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you already know that. Max Sutter, J.C. Anderson. So just want to kind of push you in the right direction. And then just let it go and do its thing, and it just kind of happens, if they end up committing, it is what it is. So
yeah.
Hey,
now
Michael,
me and Kenyon are actually really close. Our
nice.
high schools are probably 15 to 20 minutes away, and one of my closest friends is really close friends with him. So we've built to have a really good relationship. So
yeah,
I should hope to get him.
190, Bishop Moore Catholic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good athlete. Go ahead, Jeff.
You got any younger brothers?
I don't.
It's funny is it's crazy is the amount of brothers that have come to Illinois recently. We got the Croots brothers. We got Johnny Newton's little brother coming up. He's a Florida kid. You probably know of him. And then Taiwan Cox is coming. Tori Cox's younger brother, another Florida kid. So it just seems crazy the amount of brothers that Velam has been recruiting. So I just had to wonder if there's another Clayton on the way, but that's all right.
Yeah, I got a little sister. That's it.
Hey,
What's she
you know
play?
what?
She
Hey,
come play basketball for
yeah,
us.
volleyball's looking good. Girls basketball, women's basketball's looking good. I mean,
Oh yeah, she's a really good volleyball player. So
okay. Okay.
yeah.
I guess we'll leave it in your hands here. What would your message be to Illini fans, about your commitment and for them just to, keep an eye on you going forward, with your commitment? What would your message be to any Illini fans watching you?
I feel really special, to be part of the family. Definitely going to try my hardest to build a really special class coming in. And then when I do get there, I hope to win some Big Ten championships.
Oh man. Yeah.
Win some, yeah.
That's awesome to hear. And again, I'm super thrilled that you are a young man of faith. And yes, no doubt, because without him, we're nothing. No doubt. Kevin, you got anything else?
No, I just appreciate you coming on board. Please, love to have you on in the future. And when it gets time closer, reach out to us. I'll give you some little food spots that maybe the guys even on campus don't know about. So.
Okay. All right. Bet.
Yeah, and I know you'll probably be taking an OV next summer, probably, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they were talking about in June.
Okay, and just so you know, you probably already know, but Alston told me I think he's doing that as well. So
Yeah, we should go up on the same. Yep.
yep. Okay. So all
think-
right, man. Well, thanks a lot. Go
Michael,
ahead.
I'm sorry. You think you might be an early enrollee? You think you might do the January thing, or
Yeah, I plan on it. Yeah.
right on.
Okay. All right.
Well, then you got a little over 12 months of that high school experience. Soak it in, my friend.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming by soon.
Yes, sir.
Are you an X guy or more an Instagram, or are you both? Do you like both?
Really Instagram. I'm more on Instagram a lot.
Okay, and I need to get there. I need to get my game up. I just, it's like, hey, get the show on YouTube, get the show on Facebook, get it on X, get it on Instagram. It's like, I need to get it up. I need to get it on Twitch and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
TikTok, probably not, but anyway, what's your handle for anybody watching on Instagram, for anybody to follow you on Instagram?
It's CLAYT, then the number 7, and then N.
All
right. So any Illini fans, you're on Instagram, give them a follow there. Definitely, let's get those followers up. We appreciate you, sir. Have a great rest of your night, and thanks again.
All right, thank you.
Let's try this. ILL. ILL.
I and I.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
See ya. Well, that is how we start. And actually, for anybody watching, if you're watching this now, we are going to transition here. We're going to transition the set here to magically have Matthew McCumber join us. Actually, or I might have to restart. I don't know. I'm thinking I might restart this. How do you want to do it, Kev? Or just bring him on like this?
Let's just restart the show.
Yeah, I want this to be its own thing because I'm going to put this on our YouTube channel. Yep. It'll be its own section interview. It'll be on 200columns.com. And so, yeah, we can take some clips from that, which is great. So we appreciate everybody watching now. So we're going to be starting Fade the Deuce here in probably about 5 minutes. So unless you enjoy Toledo, Central Michigan, is that too much for you? You can
Duke in Kentucky.
Yeah, Duke in Kentucky. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, Illini fans. Fade the Deuce. Let's see if this guy can get back rolling again. We'll see you in 5.